Ian is absolutely right. I follow him on TikTok, and I love his work. I've commented a lot. Um, I've shared some things with him. It's magnificent because I used to talk about the policing and everything in New Jersey and New York, and the fact that some of the guys, a lot of the guys I trained, would mention this, especially the guys that didn't stay on the force. And the ones who did, they were able to find a way, and some of them, probably bought in and became sadistic. But listen to this. I really want you to pay attention, okay? He's excellent. He's well spoken. His information is phenomenal. Check it out.
I love violence, I love fighting, I love shooting, and I fucking love freedom.
So last week I made that post about some of the horrible things that they teach at these police training seminars, and then Mr. Checkpoint, who's all about holding police accountable and videotaping the police, reached out to me and said, I know exactly who this training company is, and they're worse even than what you saw in those videos. So they're called Street Cop Training. Here you can see they have like 121,000 followers on Instagram. There's their conference coming up in Orlando. And this is from that video. You can see here, Street Cop Training. And see this backdrop? Sometimes this has PowerPoints, which makes sense. It's a seminar. You would have PowerPoints appear. He sent me 2 images of 2 of the PowerPoints that appear at some of their seminars. Really quickly, just so you can see, Street Cop Training, this is their PowerPoint. So this slide is titled, Proactive Cops and Citizen Complaints. And it starts, more complaints, ? That means you're doing your job. 90% of officers with 10 plus complaints have more medals and gun arrests. It's literally saying, you might violate some people's civil rights, excessive force, but guess what? While they're complaining about that, you're also going to get rewarded with medals and get more gun arrests. And then this next one is especially awful. African American complaints hold less weight as they are known to be criminals. This is a seminar that teaches law enforcement. They pay like $700 each of taxpayer money, and it's teaching them, don't worry about African Americans complaining about you. They're known to be criminals, African Americans as a whole. And the second slide, titled Proactive Patrol Tactics, starts with, blacks make up 13% of the population, yet commit 50% of the crime in the U.S. This old, tired white supremacist statistic, it's based on old FBI data that is just about arrests, not convictions. Police regularly overly patrol lower income neighborhoods, and oftentimes those are made up of, say, Black or Hispanic communities, and they're heavily patrolling and they're being told, be tough on crime. We need data to prove we're being tough on crime. Data equals arrests. You're seeing these people every day. Who are you going to arrest but the people you see every day? The conviction numbers don't add up, and then on top of that, wrongful convictions that get overturned, blacks are leaps and bounds at a higher percentage than any other single group. Then it goes as an active patrol cop, 95% of violent criminals carrying a loaded firearm were black or Hispanic. And follows up with, it is important to target those demographics as it will yield to more quality arrests. It's literally teaching police to racially profile blacks and Hispanics, because you're going to get better quality arrests and you're going to further your career. That's what this seminar is teaching cops. And they teach this because they have nothing to worry about when legislation like this is being passed. DeSantis signs bill stripping local citizen oversight boards from investigating police. He just made it in Florida. If you want to have a civilian oversight board, 3 to 6 members have to be selected by the sheriff or chief of police, and one of them has to be former law enforcement. And then this bill also states that you're not allowed to be within 25 feet of first responders recording them while they're doing their job, or you can be arrested. You have to be more than 25 feet away from them to record them doing anything in the state of Florida. We don't want citizen oversight coming in and saying, like, why did you behave this way? And we don't want people recording footage of the things they're doing wrong. You know, like literally the stuff that these seminars are teaching them to do. The New Jersey Comptroller put together a giant list of all of the things that they were teaching law enforcement to do that violated people's civil rights. If you're a defense attorney, you should look and see if the officer who arrested your client ever attended a seminar by this company and use it in their defense.